it was the roller coaster.
In the therapy room, we can do more for people who go through ambiguous loss than validating it. One of my favorite questions is, how did you? Hi and welcome back, I'm Shirley. Remember this line?
It means I'm going to lose you all over again.
In a previous video, I said that goodbye without leaving is like losing the person we love over and over again. That's also true for leaving without a goodbye, because when a person disappears, the family get phone calls with ideas and clues, and more often than not, it turns out to not be true. So they almost get them back and then lose them again. And they learn to live with what Dell, played by Andy McDowell, told Alice, played by Sadie LaFlamme Snow, on the 6th episode of the 2nd season of The Way Home.
Doesn't stop, does it? It isn't an answer to what happened to my boy, and there will always be questions.
And sometimes, like Kat, played by Kyler Lee, said on the 4th episode of the 2nd season of The Way Home, it feels like...
I don't think that I am strong enough to survive losing him all over again.
I remember this feeling of I can't go through another round of the roller coaster again. And I also remember having the resilience to go through another round and another over and over again. In the 2nd episode of the 15th season of Criminal Minds, we see Dr. Spencer Ried, played by Matthew Gray Gubler, seizing a rare lucid day and spending it with his mother Diana, played by Jane Lynch. And they have the conversations they need to have, and they acknowledge the situation they're in.
I didn't think I'd ever get to talk to you like this again. This is really nice.
I know. And I know it's been hard for you.
In the therapy room, we can do more for people who go through ambiguous loss than validating it. One of my favorite questions is, how did you? How did you even get out of bed in the morning? Because sometimes in grief, that's a win, just getting out of bed. In this case, how are you able to take this day and enjoy it and have the conversations you need to have rather than worry about the next day? How are you able to stay in the present moment so you can have it? For Dr. Spencer Ried, it was acknowledging that
I'm accepting. I'm not going to spend the time I have left chasing after a cure that does not exist.
So he comes to this conclusion.
I want you to be able to spend this time in the way that makes you the most happy.
Which in turn helps them say goodbye and then have another lucid, beautiful moment at the end of that day.
It's time.
I know. Game of chess?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
For me, it was realizing that was life back then, and understanding that in order for me to have the life I want in the future, I have to be able to go through another round of the roller coaster, and choosing to focus on that future that I was hoping to have, that I actually made happen. Because the grief will always be there. And if we know how we're using the good moments to handle it, then we can increase our ability to carry our grief with us. If we can find out what works and helps us, we can do more of that. As usual, I am very curious as to your opinions and your experiences. What helped you find resilience when you needed it? Please drop them in the comments. I promise to respond to each and every one. If you need support carrying your grief, ambiguous or other, please drop me a line and I will do my best to get you the resources you need. Thank you for watching and make this a wonderful day.